Walking alone is a way to ease your mind. But what would you do about the shadows that lurk behind? Don't be afraid of the dark, for this is Tales from Around the Campfire. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to episode 5, and I believe this is the first weekend of October, right? Oh, man, it feels great, right? It feels super good being on the weekend. I mean, right? No school, waking up late, probably pancakes and eggs. If you guys do that, I might do that. Okay, yeah, I seriously don't know what to say, right? All I can say is welcome back to episode 5, right? Episode 5. Um, and yeah, we're gonna get this started, right? We're gonna get this started, and we're gonna be doing we're gonna be reading from yesterday's website, right? So yesterday's website was called HuffPost.com. HuffPost.com, and of course the article is called 12 Terrifying Ghost Stories You Shouldn't Read Alone. And we've read The Cell Phone, Ghost Bro, The Rocking Horse, The Following, Annie 96 is Typing, uh, The Grandfather, The Crib Shadow, I believe, right? No, not The Crib Shadow. We read The Shadow, and we read one that's called Photograph, which we really got confused towards the last one. So we read around 6, so we read halfway through the article. We might maybe end up finishing the whole article today, maybe. I mean, maybe we'll do that, or maybe maybe we'll do like how do I put this? Like we'll go back to that website where we read Annie 96, and we'll read another one of those like stories, So who knows? Who really knows, right? So here we go. The first story that we're gonna be reading from the HuffPost again. It's called "The Princess." How did the princess take control of our message board? If only for a few seconds. It didn't make any sense. Our message board wasn't a video game. Our message board pulled all its information from the internet. The princess was already inhabiting a game at the same time. All the rules we thought we knew, all the things we thought kept us safe had failed us. Could she have done this at any time? Could she do it again? Where were there any real limits to what she was capable of? We looked through all the data we collected. We tried to find some common thread we've been missing. There must have been some way we could have known. There had to be more answers than what we were seeing, and there were. We finally realized the truth. It was so obvious. The princess had been in our message board the whole time. She was on every page. She was on every forum list. She'd been staring at us, watching us for years, and we never even seen it. She was the banner at the top of the forums. She was every screenshot we've posted, every video we've uploaded, and every piece of fan art we've drawn. Every image of her is her. Every image of her, when observed, gives her power. She's not a ghost. She's not a computer virus. She's an idea, living fiction. She lives off our observations and thoughts of her. When we all watched that stream, band together and gave her all of our attention all at once. We made her more powerful than she'd ever been before. We made her strong enough to manifest through the images we've posted in our message board and speak directly to us. We took down all the images from what we speculate. It's not enough to simply never look back at them again, but we deleted them all just to be certain. However, it may already be too late for us. I've been closing contact with other members of the society. I can't tell if something happened to them or if they've been simply gone into hiding. But at this point, only a fool would consider the worst case scenario. I'm not completely heartless. I know she's fighting for her survival now. For her being forgotten is death. She does what she does in hopes of keeping her memory alive. To that end, perhaps my telling her story to the world is a small act of mercy. Maybe the thoughts I've lent her will ease her pain somewhat. I don't know, but either way, that isn't why I wrote all this. What I've told you could put you in great danger, but it could also save your life. You're a target now, and you're in the months and in the months and years ahead, she may well come for you, but also give you all the knowledge that you need to keep you safe. Don't try to fight her. Don't try to talk to her. Don't try to outsmart or trap her. Don't investigate. Don't try to understand. Don't try to be a hero. Don't try to be her savior. It is my sincere hopes that I've gotten you all the answers you want, so you won't make your mistakes and try to investigate further. There is one and only one thing that you need to do to be safe. If you see her, turn off the game. What game is he talking about? Who knows? I mean, that's pretty interesting, right? Okay, there was an anime I saw. I forgot the name, but the anime pretty much is about like ghost and all the demons and stuff like that. And pretty much the premises is that you got this ghost hunter dude with his equipment and all that stuff, and you have this one chick being a psychic or whatever, like she sees ghosts, and you have another shrine maiden, and you have a monk as well, all in the mix, right? All in the mix, trying, quote unquote, trying to work together. But the ghost hunter dude, is pretty much like the logical person of the group, right? He says, "Oh, there could be ghosts, but not in this house." You know what I mean? So the first story pretty much takes off of uh, like it happened like in the old schoolyard, right? Like in the old school building. The principal says that like there's it's haunted and stuff like that or whatever. So they called him in, and he couldn't do. I guess he couldn't do the job in their eyes good because he got injured because of the psychic chick, right? Because he's not supposed to be there. She's not supposed to be there, right? I'm just chopping things up, right? So they call in the monk, and apparently that wasn't enough. So the principal calls in the shrine maiden, and they get into an argument saying that the shrine maiden should be pure and whatnot, and apparently she ain't pure, whatever, whatever's going on. But certain things happen, all throughout the anime. Certain things happen throughout the episode, right? And pretty much the episode ends when the ghost hunter guy concludes that the building's not haunted. It's just um, it's built. It was built upon like a swamp area or something like that, and it's like slowly collapsing on its own. So all the creaking, all the movement, the way it's being tilted or whatever, like people being feeling sick, it's because the building is ready to just drop, right? And he even comes to a conclusion that says, people's minds are more powerful than you think. If you think that a certain thing is gonna move, it will move, right? So he says, he does a little test, right? And he tells them, you know what? I want you all to think that this will move. Like I want you all to say, I want you all to think that this piece of equipment or whatever will move to one side of the room. And they all leave. They come back the next day, and of course it's moved. So that's what I mean. This story pretty much reminded me of that anime. You have your mind is more capable of a lot of things, right? Your mind is capable of stronger things, and it's up to you on how you wanna see that, right? So yeah, pretty good stuff. I got off topic. I do apologize. I did say that I was gonna keep the comments to a minimum. Look at me rambling about an anime. Just wanted to connect the two. Furthermore, this next story is called The Crib Shadow, right? I was babysitting my niece once while I was staying at my brother's place, and they had a baby camera set up. So I could see her on the little TV it came with it. I was studying and starting to doze off when I heard someone whispered and realized it was coming from the monitor. I initially thought that it was some feedback or something, but when I looked at the TV, there was a dark shadow near my niece's crib. I've never been more terrified in my life, but the shadow was clearly there where it had not been there before. I ran to my niece's room and looked around and saw nothing. But I but I looked at her, but I took her the hell out of there. There we go. I went back to the TV and the shadow was clearly gone. I told my brother what happened and he pulled me aside and told me not to mention it to my sister-in-law because she'll freak out. But that he had seen the same thing several times now with the same whispering. They stayed in the house for about 2 more years, and when my niece was just learning to talk, she would tell her mom about her special friend. To this day, it scares the hell out of me. When they moved out, my brother told me my niece had become inconsolably sad because she would miss her friend. Her mom would tell her she could bring him along, but all she could say was that he couldn't leave the house. We have never to this day told her about the dang shadow, and she apparently never saw it. You know, kids are pure, right? They have uh, no sin, I guess. You know, I mean, we're all born with sin, but kids are pure. You know, they see the world differently, right? And because of that pureness, kids can see things that we can't. We as an adult or as a teenager, you know, we can't see them anymore. But that's why the father and the sister, I guess, um, they saw the shadow, and what the little baby was seeing was a friend. You know, who knows? Maybe that is it. All right, so we're gonna go back to the. Ooh, I apologize. I clicked on something else. Um, we're gonna go back to that website that we were reading. Annie96 is typing, and let me see. What is this right here? This one's called jo- Joel Jorelemon. Some places are better left unexplored by Dave Grilly. All right, and it was on May 27, 2014 that he, made this uh, story. Here we go. We start off with our person called Jen typing at 21:15. They said, "Hey, where the hell are you? The openers are about to go on." Marie says, "Ah, crap, I'm sorry. I can't make it tonight. Enjoy the show, though." Hilarious. Hurry it up. I'm serious. I found something I gotta check out before someone else does. Are you kidding me? Do you know how much these ticks cost? I'm good for it. Like you were gonna pay me anyway. What's so urgent? You know, I never went. Okay, I never want to bail on you. But I read about this place on an Urbex board, and I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna be the first in. Wanna come and give me a hand? With a smiley face? Of course not. Jen, how is it not better than a concert? This city is 400 years old. There are all kinds of forgotten places, secrets that no one knows. Didn't your hair get caught on the grate last time? Yes, it did, and it was fine. And it was fine. And now I have a fun story. I have, you have no fun stories. Where is this going down? 58 Jorelmon near the river. I can't pronounce that name. It's a building? No, you don't. Don't you urban explorer morons usually sneak into bridges and tunnels? That's the cool part. It was a building, but the MTA turned it into a part of a subway system. Oh, one sec. Check this out. And then there's a link to Wikipedia, which we're not gonna go because you guys can't see it unless you guys go to the website yourselves. Okay, what the hell does the subway ventilator do? Ventilates the subway? Brilliant. This seems like a terrible idea. Most good ideas do at the beginning. Come meet me. I have concert tickets and a clean criminal record. No thanks. Fine, but keep your phone handy. Why? In case you need to come bail me out of jail. Duh. Hmm, of course. Several moments later pass. Holy crap, Jen, this is amazing. You need to come meet me now. Jen, stop dancing and pay attention. Oh yeah, find buried treasure? For an urban explorer, yeah, it's way bigger than anyone thought. Corridors for miles. And there's also a picture that we can't see unless we click on it. Uh, there, these go on forever, so you're underground. Yeah, but no, not too far because I have reception in some places. This whole place is weird. The light won't stay on for longer than a few seconds at a time. Then and I could hear, and I swear I could hear someone earlier. You shouldn't be down there all by yourself, Marie. I am not 100% sure I am. It's not quite down here, and then I'll hear something, but it might just be my imagination. You're freaking me out. Lol. Well, then you're gonna hate this. And there's a picture of a door with the gate. Nope. Jen says nope. Mary says, "Don't be such a wimp. It's probably just storage or something. Why are you still even there? You have your proof already. Do you do you get extra danger points the longer you stay?" Well, the thing about all these hallways is I'm kind of lost. Huh? I'm hauling a cab right now. If you haven't found your way by the time I get there, I'm calling someone. Oh, come on. I am serious, Marie. I told you this was a bad idea and now you're lost. I love you, but I'm tired of bailing you out. Okay, okay. I'll find the exit. I almost have everything I need. Good. When you do, I'll be there and we can take the cab back and maybe make the encore. You're right. Sounds really fun. I'm really sorry I ditched you, Jen. I'll find my way out. Good. I just need to grab a souvenir first. There's something behind this door. I can feel it. Moments later. Marie, 2 doors 0. I'm in. Get your souvenir and come outside. I'm on my way. Ah, crap. What? It looks like someone's living here. Cost and some food trash. This means I'm not the first one here. Someone else must have gotten in before me. Maybe squatters? Moments later. In the cab, getting close. There's another room. Just leave it. Oh my god. What? Please hurry. What is it? Oh god, Jen. Someone's down here with me. I can hear them. They can't find me here. There were cots to the what? There were cots in the other room too, with handcuffs on them. It's like a dang dungeon. Phone dying. Are you close? I'm coming down Jorleum. Jorleomon. I can't say that name. I do apologize. Why aren't you picking up? I'm inside. Pick up your phone. Oh, I hear you. I'm sorry, Jen. What? What are you talking about? I can fix it. What is this? Where are you? Who are those people? Marie, what's going on? They made a deal with me. They said they'll let me go if I brought you to them. Oh, I promise I'll fix it. Is this some kind of joke? Tell me this is a sick dang joke. It's okay, Jen. I have a plan. It's gonna be okay. They're coming, Marie. Please. I'm so sorry. Moments later. NYPD preliminary incident report number 619-346-62-BK. Marie Novak, 24, female, white, of Queens, reported a torture chamber underneath MTA facility at 58 Joralemon Street in Brooklyn. See attached 911 description. Caller reported that her friend Jennifer Lau, 22, female, I think Asian, I think that's what A means, I don't know, was of Manhattan, was being held captive and had to manage to send a text. Officers and paramedics were dispatched at 05. First responder did not locate anyone, including Miss Lau, in this service tunnel beneath 58 Joralemon. God, that name. No evidence of habitants as described by Miss Novak was present. there was evidence of forced entry, and preliminary investigation suggests that tools found in Miss Novak's possession, including lockpicks, bolt cutters, and a bump key, were used by Miss Novak to gain illegal entrance to the MTA facility. A more detailed forensic report is being pending. A single envelope, evidence ID'd number 45564, addressed to Marie, was found in one of the rooms that Miss Novak broke into. Inside was a handwriting note which said, "The city's full of people like you. Oh. The whereabouts of Ms. Lau remain unknown. NYPD homicide has opened an investigation. Marie Novak is our primary suspect. She is currently being held on suicide watch." Oh my god. What did I just read? Are you kidding me? So, let me get this straight. Marie Novak was reported a torture chamber underneath the MTA facility. Okay. So Marie was found in one of the rooms that Miss Novak broke into. Marie. Okay. Jen, please. Okay, I don't get it. Okay, Novak. Okay. So where's Jen at? Marie Novak is our prime suspect. She's currently being held in a suicide watch. Okay. And Marie is the one that went inside. Marie Novak called reported that her friend of Manhattan was being held captive and had managed to send text. Officers first responded to locate anyone, including Miss Lau. Oh, okay. So, I think I get it. Um, Jen went missing, and they found Marie, and she's being detained for suicidal thoughts. I guess you can say that. Oh my god, dude! With friends like these, you don't need enemies, cause they'll sell you out like that, dude. They would have called me, "Hey, Shiaki, come get me." Ha, no, bro. Listen, I told you not to go there. This is technically your fault. You get yourself out of there. I mean, hey, come on, dude. Don't, don't go into private properties, bro. Please. You're gonna get hurt. Some things are gonna happen that you're not gonna like, and it's gonna end bad for you. All right. But listen, let me take this time by saying thank you for coming to episode 5 of the of the episodes. You know, I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me that you guys can be here with me while if your boy is is reading these amazing stories. By the way, I can't seem to go back. You know, unless I go through the text. You know, I really wanna read another one with you guys, but you know, it's just taking forever. But yeah, so thank you for coming. You know, I really do appreciate that you being here and you're listening to Short Boys, a beautiful voice. You know, I am getting more confident in reading and hopefully not messing up reading. You know what I mean? Listen, I used to be afraid to talk in public or read out loud when I was in school, but now I feel more confident. You know, I feel more powerful. You know what I'm saying? Pretty good stuff. But yes, also let me do end this little, you know, interruption by saying please don't be on your phones while you drive. Oh my goodness, dude! How many times do I have to tell y'all not to drive and drive and mess and playing with your phones, dude? Oh my goodness! Don't do that. You know, driving and texting is bad, and it can cause problems. You know, you can get into an accident. You can not only hurt yourself, but you can hurt others. You can hurt a lot of things. You know, properties, animals. You know, just focus on the road. You'll probably be like, ah, it's okay, man. I could how to put this? I could multitask. Yeah, I know you're good at multitasking. You know, I don't doubt that. You know, you can play Flappy Bird on one phone and Candy Crush on the other. You're good at that, but trust me, you're not good at driving and playing on the phone. That is not multitasking. That's just being irresponsible. So please be more responsible. Pay more attention on the road. Leave your phone behind, or leave your phone in the glove compartment, or give your phone to the co-pilot, and you know we're all good. Just stop playing with your phone. It just gets me mad every time I see someone playing on their phone while they're driving. It's not cool. You're not cool, right? The only time that your hand would be off the steering wheel is if you have a manual car. That's it. You have a stick shift. That's the only time that is uh, uh, permitted, I guess, or good that you have your hand off the steering wheel. Other than that, you're driving in automatic. There's not much shifting you can do. All you gotta do is focus. Oh my god, it gets me so mad to the point I just want to laugh and break your phones. God dang it. So please, don't use your phone and drive, alright? It's bad. This next one's kind of a long one. It's called The Whisper. The Whispers. It goes like this. This is a story I don't often tell. I promise sincerely that this has scared me for life, and although I have looked into psychological explanations for what I've heard and natural explanations for what occurred, they remained unsatisfactory. When I was a kid, I was scared of the dark. I swore to my mother I heard voices in it. They were not evil, but they were not familiar, and so they scared me. It was not uncommon that in the middle of the night, for me to wake up and hear whispers, as I would call them when asking my mom. She figured they were just bumps in the night and typical kid nightmares material. I tried often to explain to her that it was more than that, that they sounded different from the others, the way people's voices do. One night, I would get scared from these whispers, and that would that that would oh. And one night, and on some nights, I would get so scared from these whispers that I would sleep on my mom's bed with her. It was an added bonus that the bathroom was directly across her bedroom door for my late night tinkles. I should add at this point that when walking out into the hall to go to the bathroom, you look directly down the stairs that would lead into the living room on the first floor. As on the living room floor, as my mom's bedroom was on the second floor. One such night around Christmas, I woke up and felt the need to relieve myself. I walked out of the bathroom. I walked out of the door and directly heard the face look. To my astonishment, a red light, almost like a spotlight, was cast upon the wall, and at the very bottom of the stairs, the light had no other source. It was by itself, and I was transfixed by it. Transfixed by it. Being a little kid, and it only being a few days from Christmas, I knew that this light was. It was Santa. How else? How else would? How else could he get into my house to know I was being a good boy? I was so excited I began walking around the stairs to greet him, picking up my pace after the second step. It was as it began to creep up the wall and fade into darkness into the living room. That's when I heard him, a very strong, masculine voice, different from the others, and not at all like my father's. Not to say that he is masculine. It was just distinct differently. It said, "Stop. Right now. Go back up the stairs." I listened, turned around, and what happened next, I'm not sure I would believe if someone had told me this same story. After reaching the top of the stairs, I heard a very loud crash that sent me running back to my mother's bed, where I jumped straight into her covers and stayed right there the whole night. When we woke up the next morning, the poinsettia lights, like Christmas flowers, lights from the glow that glowed red, my mother had put on the railing down the stairs, were pulled straight down to the bottom of the stairs. Some broken from what I've seen, like a forceful tear, lying into some pile. The dry sink in my living room had fallen from the wall. My mother could not explain it. My father was worried we had been the victims of a home invasion. My sister was crying. There was nothing missing. Nobody had broken in. There broken in. There did not seem to be any reason this had happened. And then I saw it, and I kept quiet about it. I was so afraid that I could not force words out of my mouth. There, on the edge of the wooden dry sink, such which had been facing up, there three indentations that there was a finish in the wood that has been worn, almost as if a forceful rip something down and grabbed it and threw it down to the floor. That was the loud bang I heard. It was I was mortified. After that day, I never heard a single voice again. I do not like to imagine. I do not like to imagine what was waiting down the stairs for me that night. It was, it was anything at all. If it was anything at all, but I can tell you that the reality was that something had physically acted upon two things in my house near the bottom of the stairway. After this, I had never heard any. I had never heard another whisper again, which is sad because in some ways I would have liked to thank the man, masculine energy, that had stopped me from going down the stairs. This happened when I was 7. I'm 20 years old now, and because of this incident, I'm still afraid of the dark, especially shadowy stairways. I mean, like I said, right? You know, there's a bunch of ghosts that would love to help you in any way, shape, or form. And since this was a little kid, and like I did tell y'all, that some kids, you know, still are pure at heart. You know, pure at heart. Some ghosts see that as, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna help this kid out. You know what I'm saying? Told him to stop, and yeah, you know, it stopped and saved him. But you know, I think what happened was, so probably the house was old, you know, and the thing just ripped down, and that's it. So nothing else happened. Maybe that's why the that ghost thing or whatever it was that told him to stop didn't want him to get hurt because it was already on its way down. So maybe that is why that happened. You know. So the next story is a bit, dude, it's a bit like really it's a bit long. I'm talking about like 20 sentences long, man. Jesus Christ. 20 paragraphs, my bad. It's called the satellite image, but I'm not gonna read it right now because you know I don't want this video to be long. So, like I said, you know, all the links will be in the description. And if you guys want to read this for yourselves, do read it for yourselves. Maybe we'll read it like on Sunday. Who knows? Like tomorrow, maybe. Um, who knows? Who knows? If my voice is good till then, you know what I'm saying. But for right now, let me see if I can get this going on here. This website is called Mandatory, right? And it's 20 terrifying 2 sentence stories. I love reading these because, like I said, they get straight to the point and pretty interesting. Pretty interesting too when you read them. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna read like a couple, right? Like probably like 5, and then we'll end the episode here. By the way, this article was by Rob Fee and was uploaded on February 21st, 2014, as well. So the first story is called "The Real Hat Man." I woke up to hear knocking on the glass. At first, I thought it was a window until I heard it coming from the mirror again. Oh, okay. So the Real Hat Man is the one that made this story. The next story was made by J.M. Person. The last thing I saw was my alarm clock flashing 12:07 before she pushed her long, rotten nails through my chest. Her other hand muffling my screams. I sat bolt I sat bolt upright, relieved that it was only a dream. But when I saw my alarm clock read 12:06, I heard my closet door creak open. Miami underscore Metro wrote, growing up with cats and dogs, I got used to the sound of scratching at my door while I slept. Now that I live alone, it is more unsettling. Evil Steve Dave wrote, in all the time that I have lived alone in this house, I swear to God, I've closed more doors than I have opened. And finally, DRRD777 wrote, a girl heard her mom yell her name from downstairs. She got up and started to head down the stairs. As she got to the stairs, her mom pulled her into her room and said, I heard that too. Two sentence stories are interesting. Like I said, you gotta put a lot of thinking to it. You gotta tell your story in two in 2 sentences. Dang it, I mean, if you don't, then you're gonna miss. You missed pretty much, right? I could just tell this like I got up and I went back to bed. Boom, 2 sentence stories. Oh man, but yeah, thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. This has been episode 5, and we are in the first weekend of October. Many more weekends to come, many more days to come as well. Hopefully, it starts getting to be colder because it is kind of hot today. So it's been hot, like not too hot, but it could be better since it is autumn already. Dang it, where is my cold? Jeez. So follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Twitter. If you guys have any stories that you guys want to share or that you want me to read, send them over on my Twitter or on the comment section down below. Type them up or type up like a link or something that you guys want me to go to read, and I'll read it for y'all. And I'll give credit where credit is due, of course. And yeah. So, where the dust settles in and the moon begins to quell the sun, remember to always look behind you. Until the next one. Peace out, everybody.